Friday, guys, pardon me. I was relatively in a rush this morning, so if I don't look really up to par, if I still look tired. It was a rough night last night, but love series in February. We already halfway in February for the most part. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. And this is gonna just be me, somewhat venting, but I am gonna share another thing that I've learned being married for about a year and a half now. Number one, and listen, disclaimer, if I ever feel convicted to come back and correct myself, I will make another video, or I will take this video down, because people hold content creators, I feel like, up to a higher standard just because we put ourselves out there, not knowing or not realizing that we're human and we live and learn and we grow and change as well. So, but I am gonna say this, I think if you want to live the easiest life possible, straight up, don't get married. Don't get married. I had and I am driving, y'all, so forgive me. I had the privilege and the honor of getting some good training, some good teaching of what marriage was and what it wasn't. And, my mom was divorced, but then she remarried my stepdad, and they were together for about 25, 26 years until my stepdad passed away. So I saw what loyalty looked like. I saw what sticking together looked like, even though my mom and dad, my biological father, weren't together forever. But based off of my own experience of being married for a year and a half, combined with things that I've seen, and just other people that I've spoken with, everybody has told me, and this is what I was getting at, even before getting married, that marriage was work. I was taught that marriage was work. I was taught that marriage isn't Hollywood. It's not easy. But I don't think I ever heard anybody say that marriage was hard. I don't think that I ever heard anybody say that. I do remember the day my dad met my husband, he pulled me outside and he was just like, just be aware that it's not going to be easy. It's going to be moods, and it's just not going to be easy. But I was grown at that point. I already knew that it wasn't going to be easy. But again, to my point, I don't think anyone ever told me that it was going to be hard. I knew it was going to be work. I knew that a lot of maintenance was going to be required, like date nights have become really popular. I was taught that, you want to keep your man as a woman, and man, but I'm a woman, so I'm talking from the woman's perspective. You want to keep your man interested, you want to keep him intrigued. Like, just because you're married doesn't mean you should just let yourself go. Keep up appearances, maintenance, make a big difference. So, and then also, of course, respect. The biggest thing that I learned about men is that they need respect and they need loyalty, but mainly respect. So with all that being said, and it doesn't matter how old you are, if you see this is for singles. And again, I'm a woman, so I'm going to be tailoring to women. If you want the easiest life possible, my honest suggestion is that you don't get married. get married, I'm not going to say it's over, but I'm saying things, if you don't want to, it's kind of hard to, you can't be selfish anymore when you're married. If you want to be a good wife, you can't be selfish. When you go to the store, you always have to ask. You should consider at least asking your husband, hey, I'm going to the store, is there anything that you want? Instead of just like it was when you're single, just go to the store whenever you freaking want. It's not the same as when you're married. It's not the same as when you're single, when you say, you know what, I think I just want to get away for the weekend. You just pick up your bags and then go. Or I want to take a week of vacation. Put your time in and be like, hey, job, I see you in about 7 days, but I need some time to myself. You can do that while you're married, but it's not gonna cause a good dynamic. When you do stuff like that, it causes friction and it causes anger, which can lead to a whole bunch of other stuff, resentment. Listen, it is a lack of communication. Because flip it, if your husband did that to you, he just was like, you know what, I just need some time to get away, I just need to be by myself, and just picked up and left for 7 days and didn't tell you about it. Next thing you know, imagine if he just did that and he didn't come home that night, and you just pick up the phone, he calls you and says, hey baby, I'm in Hawaii, I just wanted a vacation, and I just wanted to let you know. You would feel some type of way. It's like, how you just gonna pick up and just go without telling me about it? Because I'm your wife and I want to know where you are. Like, I actually care about you and like what's going on. What is going on? You single, you ain't got to worry about none of that. You can do what you want, how you want, when you want, and go into that how you want. You ain't got to worry about nobody saying nothing. Because you and your husband are going to have different ways of doing things. It doesn't matter how similar you guys are, how much you guys have in common. You're going to be okay with leaving 2 dishes in the sink. He's not, or vice versa. You're going to be okay with eating in bed. And if there's some crumbs, who cares? All you got to do is just clean up after yourself. But he's going to be like, why you got to eat in bed? Just eat at the table. That's what the table is for. Things like that. It's the little stuff like that that's gonna irritate you, because in your mind you're gonna be thinking, why is this such a big deal? Who really cares about this kind of stuff? Is it causing detriment to our marriage because I'm eating in the bed? Is it a lack of respect because I like to eat in the bed and you don't? Why are you being so picky about what I do and how I do it? But this is the kind of stuff that you deal with when you're married. When you're single, don't nobody say nothing. You know why? Because it's just you. So this isn't, I didn't want to post this to discourage anybody from getting married, but you need to know. You need to know. And one thing I do appreciate about, I've noticed I've ran into certain people and I'll tell them, you know, I'm still pretty new. I've only been married for 1.5 years, so I'm still newlywed. And not everybody, but a couple of people have been like, yeah, those are the hardest years. I appreciate that honesty. So I'm coming on here, I'm being honest with y'all. I'm telling you guys. And I do, if I could request one channel, I think y'all might appreciate, if you're single and you want to be married, you think you want to be married and all this stuff, and I don't know them, I'm not an affiliate, I'm not a partner with them or nothing like that, but I do like how transparent they are, is the Perrys. There's an episode, they have so many episodes on their YouTube channel, but there was one episode where they were talking about like the first 3 to 5 years that they were married, and they were honest. They were like, yeah, those were pretty hard. And at the time, I think they were married about when they made that video and saying that they had been married for about 8 years, 9 years. But in retrospect, I remember Preston saying, like, as of the recording of this video, I can say that I'm happy. Like, I love my marriage now. In year 3, it was tough. And that's the kind of stuff that needs to be talked about. That's the kind of stuff that has to be, it's healthy. It's healthy, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get married to somebody. Even if they're the one, like, if you're a believer and you've prayed and he's prayed and y'all really believe y'all are meant to be together and God has given both of y'all the green light, stuff is going to happen. I promise you. I guarantee you it's going to happen. Stuff is going to happen that's going to make you think that you made a mistake. Stuff is going to happen that's going to make you believe, you know what, I really don't know if I need to be dealing with this. It's only been a year, 2 years. Why don't we just cut quits now before we put any more time, effort, and energy up in here? You know what I'm saying? Those thoughts are going to come. They're going to come. So I hope y'all can appreciate what I'm saying, because again, it's not to discourage y'all, but it's to let y'all know. It's to be 100% real and raw. Those words are really starting to get played out to me, but they're relevant. Y'all need to know some things to expect when you get married. And again, if you're a person who just doesn't even want to go through that, you don't feel like dealing with that, if that's going to be quote unquote too hard for you, and you want the easiest life possible, then yeah, you shouldn't get married. You shouldn't. Because when you get married, this is the last thing I'll say, it's not just you have to be concerned about, it's going to be them. So in other words, if you really feel like that, that's negative emotion that your husband is going to be feeling as well. So you got to ask yourself, like, do you want to put them through that too? So this video was only supposed to be 10 minutes long, but hey, I am going to upload it. I don't plan on editing it. But yeah. So you guys go ahead, subscribe, like, comment. If you do comment, just be respectful. And I will see y'all in the next one.